If you've employed the services of a licensed general contractor who provided or supervised shoddy work, you can now report them to the Department of Licensing and Consumer Affairs.
The Department of Licensing and Consumer Affairs is taking a serious stand on licensed general contractors who fail to live up to the minimum standard required of an outstanding contractor in good standing. So we are going to literally have the ability to bring them to the table when someone complains about work that should have been done properly, but it was done improperly. If you engage the services of a licensed general contractor, you can find recourse at our office if in fact something has occurred or gone awry. You can see you recently ran a story on a general contractor who pled guilty. That just didn't happen. And unfortunately, we have other persons who are coming through. And quite frankly, the unlicensed contractors, that's where they're getting referred to. We refer those to justice, and the individual goes to civil court to try to recover their money. But the persons who are licensed, sometimes things happen. That's why they're required to get insurance. But that we're here to help those, and that's why we're going to push the community.
Commissioner of the Board of Contractors and Trades, Richard Evangelista, told the consortium that a recently assembled team will oversee this aspect of DLCA's rule and will pursue cases where contractors are accused of providing substandard work. Evangelista says that an informal process has already begun within the department and will be put into writing for other team members and disseminated to the public via a press release and public service announcements. Board members explained what kinds of work could be considered negligent.
Anything that is outside of regularly accepted construction principles or construction standards. Anything that's well outside, doing stuff that's outside the code, for example. Installing stairs that are uneven, as an example, installing stairs that are, 18 inches deep or something like that. So anything outside of acceptable construction practices and specifically anything outside of code.
It is not legal under USVI law for anyone to operate as a general construction contractor within the territory unless they are duly licensed. As such, the public is encouraged before contracting work to find out either by calling the DLCA or by visiting their website whether the person they want to hire is licensed by the department.
Unfortunately, when you hire an unlicensed general contractor, DLCA will not be able to assist you because we only have jurisdiction over licensed contractors, those to whom we give a license, and those persons will have to actually go to court and seek out legal assistance or get their redress in the court of law and not at DLCA. But we really are here to serve the community, and we're going through growing pains. Ms. Hodge, Ms. Assistant Commissioner Natalie Hodge, has been overseeing the Office of Boards and Commissions. And within the past 6 months, she's finally getting a team. Beforehand, it was literally just her and 2 other persons, but she now has a full-time attorney. She has an assistant. She has 2 aces in the hole, and 1 person unfortunately lost. May she rest in peace. But once we fill that role, you're going to see a new and improved result to the community from boards and commissions.
There are a lot of things that a lot of us don't take into, we just blindside because of some of the things that are so common to us in the past that we accepted. Something as simple as craftsmanship. Sometimes, contractors go in, do a job, they're accustomed of hanging a door a particular way. They might be hanging it wrong for years. The craftsmanship, the trim around it, the way how it swings, there are code requirements in terms of how a door should swing. Swings out, it swings in, you have egress, things of that nature. So what we do is try to govern the things that is important for health and safety.
Melanie Fenzel, an attorney assigned to boards and commissions, spent a day with colleagues who specialize in general contracting law, as well as 3 days of investigator training to better understand the legal scope of what is required to probe these matters. Now that the department has acquired the services of an attorney, the next step is to push for amendments to the VI Code. Fenzel said initial penalties for licensed contractors include a fine of no less than $1,000 for each violation or act of non-compliance. According to the board, there are currently 236 contractors registered across the USVI, 106 on St. Thomas, 102 on St. Croix, and on St. John, 28. Through the work of Natalie Hodge, Assistant Commissioner of the Office of Boards and Commissions, the board has amended the General Contractor Statute to combine some crafts and trades to prevent from multiple boards having to regulate the industry.